Welcome back to Nas Entertainment Factory. A lot of strange things can happen in this world, both good and bad. Yet, the strangest of all is when seemingly random lines line up a little too perfectly. We've all experienced coincidences, and it's fair to say that sometimes they can leave you with an almost eerie feeling. Coincidences are all fun and games when you experience them. Oh, unless they creep you out. In today's video, we will look at the top 5 scary coincidences. Number 5. Chris Benoit. An anonymous editor edited the Wikipedia of famous wrestler Chris Benoit to state that his wife Nancy had died. The edit in question on Chris Benoit indicated that Nancy Benoit's death happened to be located in Stamford, Connecticut, the home to the corporate headquarters of WWE, which led some people to speculate that the IP editor had some inside information. However, the information was retracted within the hour. Now, as all true wrestling fans would know, and for those who don't, Chris Benoit actually went on a murder-suicide bender which lasted 3 days, taking the lives of his son, his wife, as well as his own. Coincidentally, the date of the edit on Wikipedia occurred within the same time period of this tragedy, 14 hours prior to be exact. So, was there someone who knew what Chris was planning, or was he framed and killed? Number 4. Crying Boy Paintings. On September 4th, 1985, British tabloid The Sun published Blazing Curse of the Crying Boy picture, a story about a very unlucky set of paintings that caused fires, supported by the comments of a local fire station officer. These paintings, the firefighter said, turned up mysteriously unscathed in fires across the UK, all of which started spontaneously. If the fact that the paintings of crying kids were hung in the living rooms of multiple households, it truly makes you double take. You're not alone. These words will go on to haunt me. The following backstory of the year 2000 claims that one of the street urchins he painted was a boy who accidentally started a house fire in which his parents died. From then, wherever the boy went, a fire followed. In the 1970s, the boy was consumed by fire as well, in an explosion caused by a car accident. It was said that the urchin was mistreated by the painter, and with that explanation could be that these fires are the child's curse and his way of getting revenge. Coincidental enough for you yet? Number 3. Matthew Haverly. What I'm about to show you is an exclusive interview of a man named Matthew Haverly, a guy seemingly compassionate and concerned about the victim found murdered in the creek next to his home. Pay close attention to what he says.
Newswatch 16's Christina Papa interviewed Matthew Haverly after a woman's body was discovered in a creek near Camptown. Haverly gave the impression he didn't have any idea what was going on.
I'm like, what the hell's going on? And now I realize that's what they were actually doing. I had no clue.
Later, the same day as the interview, investigators identified the woman found in the creek as 60-year-old Patricia Haverly. Her son didn't even hint toward knowing it was her.
It's sad to say that that's someone's either daughter, mother, whatever, both, child.
So when Haverly mentioned it could be someone's mother, it turned out it was his own mother. But during his interview with Newswatch 16, he said he thought it was someone from out of town.
I think it was kind of a hit, and something happened. Something went bad, and this is like a rural area, so they just wanted to plant the body somewhere else besides wherever the hell they were from.
Haverly lives across the street from where the body was found. When Newswatch 16 asked him again what he thought, Haverly continued to talk about mob or gang-related killings.
It would be like a place where people from the city would want to put a body because most likely they wouldn't be found.
Haverly also spoke about his mother's possible reaction to troopers finding a body near their home.
I'm guessing like my mother, she would be concerned. And probably a lot of the other neighbors would be concerned.
Haverly was right about his neighbors being concerned, especially when police identified the woman as his own mother and arrested Haverly later in the day for her death.
It's heartbreaking because he comes across concerned, and that's what's scary is because you don't know what's going on next door at your neighbor's house.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. You got people like that running around. Not good.
The words somebody's mother or daughter really struck a nerve in most of us, if not all, due to the emotional nature of it all. However, coincidentally, the same Matthew Haverly, previously compassionate and concerned, was sentenced to incarceration in the Pennsylvania State Correctional Facility for 3.5 to 14 years for killing none other than his own mother and dumping her body in the creek in May. Was it a coincidence that a reporter interviewed him, or did he plan his 15 minutes of fame? Number 2. On the 18th of July, 1975, tragic events would transpire in the form of a taxi and a moped. 17-year-old Exene Eben was fatally struck and killed as he was riding his moped down a road in Hamilton, Bermuda. The tragedy got even sadder when some eerie information came to light. Almost exactly a year before, Exene's brother, Neville, had been riding down the same road with the same moped when he was too struck and killed by a car. If that's not creepy enough, wait till you find out it was by a taxi. The same taxi who hit Exene a year later. The driver was even transporting the very same passenger on both occasions. Could it have been a creepy coincidence? Bad luck with a moped or taxi? Or was there a glitch somewhere in the matrix? We have finally made it to our number 1 on our list of top 5 scary coincidences, and today's number 1 is JFK. JFK was an American politician who served as the 35th President of the United States from 1961 until 1963, and was the youngest president to ever be elected. JFK was known for having a clever individualist mind and was highly regarded, but definitely made some enemies along the way to presidency. Now, when many hear the name JFK, conspiracy bells tend to ring and many theories were debunked, but there's one that is undisputed and extremely coincidental. After arriving in Dallas on November 22, 1963, the Kennedys were reading the Dallas Morning News and found a full-size, bordered in black and white, anti-JFK advert, which ominously gave serious funeral notice vibes. Poor First Lady Jackie Kennedy was extremely rattled by it, with a haunting phrase by her husband, "We're entering not country today, but, Jackie, if somebody wants to shoot me with a rifle from a window, nobody can stop it, so why worry about it?" If only he had known how true his words would be. At 12:30 p.m. on the 22nd of November 1963, while doing the presidential motorcade, JFK was shot, sustaining fatal injuries to the neck and head. So did he know it was the end for him, or was it all just a tragic coincidence? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our top 5 videos. Hope to see you soon.